Hi everyone! In this video I'm going to be looking through my Sarah Mew Le Mouvement Finale pamphlet. I got this pamphlet for my birthday last year, so it's been almost a year and I've been meaning to make a video of it since then. But here we are, better late than never. So let's start off with the cover. The cover has this really beautiful picture of the front of Eternal Sailor Moon's costume, with the brooch, and it's so sparkly. I love how the costumes in the musicals are so sparkly. It's very pretty. So yeah, there's the cover. And on the inside, we have some manga art of all of the inners and the outers, Chibi Moon, Chibi Chibi, and Mamoru, all dressed in wedding clothes. On the next page, we have greetings from the creators. I'm guessing this is stuff about the musicals. I cannot read it. So we have the story and a list of the musical numbers in Act 1 and Act 2. There were a lot of really good songs in this musical. Then we have a list of all of the characters. Sailor Moon, Tuxedo Mask, Chibi Moon, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Saturn, the Starlights, and their princess. We have Galaxia and the Sailor Animamates, the Chibi Chibis, and Sailor Cosmos. And on the next page, we have another really beautiful photo of the inners, all together. I don't know why my camera won't focus on it. Okay, there we go. So, this is a really beautiful photo. I don't know if the background is like intentionally supposed to remind me of this, but it kind of reminds me of like the background for like the Moon Kingdom in Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, the live action show. Like the background that it would have during scenes when it would show them in their past life. That's probably not what it's supposed to be, but it just makes me think of that. On the next page, we have Sailor Moon, played by Hotaru Nomoto. And in this musical, this is her Eternal Sailor Moon form. And there she is. This costume is really beautiful. I think I like Eternal Sailor Moon's costume in the older musicals better, just because, like, I've always preferred, like, Super Sailor Moon and her other forms over Eternal Sailor Moon, just because in the anime, like, I didn't really like how the wings looked. Like, they always kind of looked, like, really stiff, because they don't really move. Like, she doesn't really use them to fly, right? So they were just kind of, like, there, I guess. Like, I didn't really like how they looked. And they kind of have that, like, kind of, like, stiff, kind of flat look, at least in the pictures from the musicals. And in the older musicals, her wings were kind of, like, fluffy. Like, they didn't move, but, like, I don't know, they just looked, like, less stiff. But this costume is really beautiful. I love Hotaru's smile. Like, she just looks so cute. She looks like what I always pictured Usagi to look like in real life, I guess. Like, look how smiley she is. Like, she looks like Usagi from, like, the anime and the manga illustration, like, came to life. She's very good. So on the next page, we have Sailor Mercury, played by Yume Takeuchi, and her costume is also really beautiful. I love looking at all the costumes in the musicals. And yeah, here she is. I really like Yume. I think that she has one of the prettiest voices out of the Sailor Mercury actresses, and also just, like, in the musicals, she has a really beautiful voice. I also really liked her in the Revolutionary Girl Utena musicals as Wakava. She was so good in that role. Love her in that. So yeah, Yume. On the next page, we have Sailor Mars, played by Karen Kobayashi. I really like her too. I love that scene in the Movement finale where it's like a reference to the 90s anime where the inners are all trying to protect Usagi, but Rei goes to a different school than they do, so they give Usagi a whistle and they're like, blow the whistle and Rei will like come if you need her help. And so Usagi like blows the whistle to test it out, and like in the anime you see like dust clouds, like I guess in the background as Rei is like running through the city trying to get there. Yeah. On the next page we have Sailor Jupiter, played by Kaede. I think that's how you pronounce it. Really sorry if I mispronounced it. So here she is. Sailor Jupiter is my favorite Sailor Guardian, so I'm always excited to see her in the musicals. Though I feel like she kind of got left out in this one. Like, I feel like that's common in the older musicals, but like, in the newer musicals, like, I'm pretty sure she died like halfway through this one. Like, her and Sailor Mercury, like, got killed off like halfway through and didn't come back until closer to the end. It was very unfortunate. But yeah, here she is. And the last of the inners, we have Sailor Venus, played by Remo Hasegawa. I really like Remo. She reminds me very much of Minako in the manga, which I'm guessing that's what they were going for. She reminds me very much of, like, Minako, especially in the Codename Sailor V manga. Like, if there was a musical based off of Codename Sailor V, I think that Remo would be very good for that.